Symphony Coolers, an iconic brand led by a man with a unique vision. To create aesthetically pleasing, energy-efficient and long-lasting air coolers right here in India. With a strong consumer base not just in the domestic market, but also worldwide. Every great story begins on a simple note. And inventions are born out of necessity. When Achal Bakeri, the legend behind brand Symphony, began his journey in 1988, he was simply looking for an efficient yet aesthetic model of air cooling for his own home.
Back in 1987, we had moved to a new house in which there were parts of the house which could not be air conditioned, and so the only option for us was to use air coolers. That was the first time that we used air coolers, and we found that the product was very good for the Indian weather. So I jumped into it. I started developing the product, and that was the first time that an organized sector company began to manufacture air coolers.
And with this, Sanskrit Comfort Systems was launched in 1988. The company went on to become the air cooling giant we know today as Symphony Coolers. Symphony was the first brand to combine aesthetics with innovation. Today, Symphony is a trailblazer with 70 different models of air coolers, catering to domestic, commercial and industrial segments. Slowly yet steadily, Symphony has evolved from a leading Indian brand to a global giant. They have a robust distribution network enhanced by their international subsidiaries. IMPCO in Mexico, Kerulai in China, Climate Technologies in Australia, and Bonaire in USA. Symphony has a global presence and sells coolers in more than 60 countries. Throughout its history, Symphony has been living and breathing innovation every day. Innovations that have constantly adapted to new challenges. The current designs address changing social trends and customer lifestyle needs.
Symphony has been known for its innovation, and innovation starts from the product. Product starts from the design. We have defined our own rules and regulations how the cooler has to be designed so as to give the maximum efficiency, and product performance wise it gives the best possible performance.
We get into the core of how Symphony coolers are created from scratch. These plastic chips are poured into injection molding machines that create the exterior parts of the cooler. Once this sturdy outer structure is constructed with utmost care, then comes the assembly of various parts which makes Symphony coolers stand apart. Every station seamlessly functions in a linear sequence to set all the parts together. The main electrical motor which powers the fan is assembled onto a plastic frame. The motor and fan are sized and designed to deliver appropriate airflow. Next up is the top panel. It consists of control knobs that turn on the cooler. The front grille, water pump, back and top panels are fixed onto the water tank. With the fitting of the side panels, the outer structure of the cooler is finally complete. The mission of Symphony is to give their all to every customer while contributing to India's economic transformation and remaining true to their mantra of refreshing lives.